and a pleasant good evening to you and to yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network live from DC Roofing Stadium tonight. We have got a good one, we think, for you as the South Florida Lions come in one loss on the season, and they come up the coast to take on the East Coast Sharks right here out of Brevard County, who has two losses on the season. This is the Sharks' final home game of the year. This is the Lions' final road game of the year. And tonight, you're looking at two teams, at least on paper anyway, that mirror each other in terms of points scored, points allowed. Both of these defenses, in terms of points allowed, 7-8 points a game. In terms of points scored, anywhere from 21 to 24, 25 points scored per game. So that's what we have here tonight. The Lions, they are 6-1. Their lone loss to the Miami Bulls this season. The Bulls, the Lions, however, turned around, and they also have a win over the Miami Bulls. The same thing for the Sharks. They've got a loss to the Central Florida Knights and a win over the Central Florida Knights. Their only other loss came to the Florida Rhinos. As everybody lines up, I guess, for what can only be what Caleb and I will call a book check.
Yep.
And, and it's like youth football, right? A book check. So we will be back here in a moment. We will mute the microphones, and then we'll be back here in just a minute on Brevard Sports Network. Now, I want you to watch. All right, welcome back here to DC Roofing Stadium. Alan Slaughterzinski, Caleb Brown. And tonight you're going to meet another new member of the Brevard Sports Network crew, Merritt Island senior Nathan Oglesby. He's checking us out tonight, seeing how we do things, and we'll get his take on things following the end of the first quarter. Don't know who won the coin toss, but I do know the Sharks are kicking off. And here we go. Eddie Dufresne, I know, is kicking off, and Eddie's done a good job putting toe to leather this season, standing back, couple of Lions standing back at about the 12-yard line. Dufresne ain't going to push it to him. He's seen something on film because that's not a straight onside kick, and the ball was picked up by big number 23 there. That is Devontae Robinson. The head coach is Tony Smith. For the Lions. Now, look, if you're watching from South Florida tonight, welcome. We love having you. We just ask that you keep the comments within the boundaries of good taste. And if I screw up a name or a number, let me know in the comments, obviously. Our rosters come from the Uflx website, and what I have in front of me is what I try to call. Here we go, 1st and 10 following the pooch onside there. The ball at the Lion, 49. We'll get a good look at the quarterback number here in just a second. Snap, turns, gives, big hole to cut through, and he wastes no time stiff-arming his way outside. Got to be careful there. That's number 28, Keith Bowie. The quarterback is Ty Horn, and that's a nice gain on first down. 1st and 5 for the Lions. The Lions come in tonight. And this is really, if you're unfamiliar with the Uflx playoff system, it's seeds 1 through 7 in each division go to the playoffs. In the first round, the top seeded team has a bye. So 2 would play 7, 3 would play 6, 4 plays 5, and so on. So here we go, 2nd down and 5 here. Horn turns, hands, Bowie again, straight up the gut, and he could go. Breaks it through, breaks one tackle. He's through the secondary, dragged down at the 4-yard line. Big hole in the middle.
Got to give it up to the big lineman up front. Part of the defense like the Red Sea, and then you can't hit that speed unless you got a good.
Now, I have 2 28s on the roster, so my apologies. That is not Keith Bowie. The other 28 is listed as a running back in Ralph Hughley. So Ralph Hughley has 2 carries now for 45 yards. And just like that, the South Florida Lions are 1st and goal at the 5. Our clock is broken on the screen tonight, but I'll make sure you know what's going on. 13:23 to go in the first quarter. Horn now with a new back in the backfield. And he turns, or no, he pulls it back. Horn in trouble, tries to get out of trouble, lets it go. And that should be a flag. I'm not sure he got out of the tackle box area, Caleb.
I don't think he did.
But it won't be, and the Lions catch a break, and that'll be 2nd and goal. Good patience shown by Horn there. He's almost as if he had teased the rush of the Sharks, Caleb.
Yeah, he
I mean, it's like, here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Come on.
Up, you got a hold of my arm, but you can't get me down. 2nd and goal.
Sometimes it's how Lamar Jackson will sometimes play.
Yeah, I was going to say, Hughley in the backfield, back in the backfield with Horn with him. You're going to have double stacked on top of each other to the right, split wide left. Horn, opening drive here, no score. Horn, play action, looks, Nobody's there, but there's plenty of room to run, and he will walk in the end zone essentially untouched. And the South Florida Lions take no time at all to strike first. The big blow on the drive, a 45-yard run by Ralph Hughley, and 6-0 for the Lions. Nice play to react and recognize, and once he stepped outside, nice seal block over on the right side by the either tight end or right tackle.
I think it was that tight end. I would say that's a perfect example of the ball's not getting thrown to you, turn, find work.
Yeah, and he did. He certainly did. If that's 85 that threw that block over there, I don't have him on my roster, or 88 it looks like. It could be Darrell Burton that threw that block. Horn, they're going to go for 2 here, Caleb. Horn looking, still wants it. Got a swing back right there, wide open underneath. Didn't throw to him. Now he's just going to loft it up, and that's going to be picked off. And conversion no good. So with 13:05 to go in the opening quarter, it took just 4 plays to get into the end zone, but the South Florida Lions waste no time. 6-0. Back in a moment. All right, welcome back. As the Lions get set to kick off here on a gorgeous, gorgeous April Saturday night, Alan Slaughterzinski, Caleb Brown, and Nathan Oglesby with you here on Brevard Sports Network. Nathan will join us between quarters to give his evaluation. Nathan wants to be a sports broadcaster, and we're happy that he has selected Brevard Sports Network to try to further that along. And there's a kick by the big man. I love to see the big guys kick off. Scooped up, drop, scooped up again. Out across the 25 to the 28-yard line. I believe that was number 27 over there that did that. The roster says Dimitri King, but I don't think that was Dimitri.
No.
Here we go. Big line here. That'll be the challenge for the Lions tonight. The Sharks do hold an advantage in size. The Lions have an advantage in speed. We'll see which one wears down the other here tonight. Back in the backfield, looks like it's going to be, that's actually a wide receiver. It's Marcina Gay back there. Let's see who the starting quarterback is. It's been a few of them this year. Is it going to be Burt?
I think it's 15.
Christian Burt is the quarterback, the former Space Coast product. He was a senior last year at Space Coast, now the starting quarterback for the East Coast. Sharks 1st and 10 at the 28. Burt turns, gives. Block is there. He's got to pick the hole. He does. And he'll pick up 4. And it'll be 2nd and 6. Nice run there.
And again, I think the key for the Sharks here is going to be lean on the run. You have the advantage in size. You can slow speed down throughout the game if you can lean on them.
Biggest guy the Lions have up front is, they got a couple big guys up there. Not quite as big as what the Sharks have. Number 8, I just saw number 8, who's Terry Johnson. He's a big young man. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6 for the Sharks. Ball at their own 31. Burt wants it, has it. The southpaw drops back, looks all kinds of times, swings it out, and hauled in. If I'm not mistaken, that's got to be Grady Pizarro.
Number 8.
Yeah, that's Grady Pizarro, the tight end. You don't mistake Grady Pizarro's build.
Nope.
He's a big tight end. He's got some speed. He's got some hands. And a nice job by Burt not to try to go for too much there. Burt struggled early this season for the Sharks. There was a game or two he didn't play as much at the position. And it looks like now, look, he's 18, 19 years old. He grew up by fire doing this.
Yes.
3rd down, Burt's going to keep it himself, slips and falls, and now it's 4th down, and that's an issue. I don't particularly care for the call on 3rd and 4 there, but I don't think he would have had the 1st down had he not slipped. There you see big number 75 in your screen. That's Jason Liccardo, the guard, Yeah, he's a guard. On the outside there, big number 58, Abdallah Wiggins. They're either going to try to draw them offsides or they're actually going to go for this. Now, the Sharks have gone for this a couple of times this year. And they're going to go for it. Burt looks, fires, throws, caught, dropped.
Oh.
Burt put it right where he needed to.
Yes,
Jairus Kelly dropped the football, and that'll be a turnover on downs. That's not on Burt. Kelly's got to bring that in, and he does not. And it is now 1st and 10 for the Lions at the Sharks 35. And circle if you're keeping score at home tonight, and I'm sure you are on a Saturday night keeping score of this. Circle that one right there in your book because that's a big one.
I want to say, look, if you're Kelly, you've got to make that play for your quarterback. The line gave a great pocket. Burt made the correct read, through the ball exactly where it needed to be.
That's all or nothing right there,
yes.
Given the situation. I mean, it's already 6-0. So I like the call.
Yes.
I like the execution on the throw, and he even got his hands on it, but you just got to haul it in.
At that point, that's a want to. That's I want this ball more than you want it out of my hands.
Well, he took his eyes off of it. When you got to keep your eye on it, bringing it from your hands down to your body to tuck it. 1st and 10 at 35. Horn turns, gives, and there's another big hole that East Coast better seal, or Hughley is going to have a Hughley night. He's already starting off. That's a gain of 8, 2nd and 2, and now the playbook completely opens for Ty Horn.
Say that with that, he's already over 30, 40 yards.
No, he's well over that. He had a 45-yard run, a 5-yard run, and now there's an 8-yard run. So he's somewhere punching 60 right now. 2nd and 2. For the Lions. Horn. Hughley turns, gives to Horn with a great keep, but not fooling. Number 19 for the Sharks. Amos Brown, the cornerback. Not fooling him. And that'll be no gain. And that's a nice job by Horn to at least stretch back to the line of scrimmage. And it's obvious 4-down territory here.
Yes.
I don't know what their kicking situation is. I didn't see anybody booting 40-yarders in practice, so I don't know that they have a foot. So I would imagine anything inside the 30 is go 40, really. In this league at times is go for it territory. Oh, what am I talking about? The Sharks just went for it on 4th and 3 from their own 35.
Yes.
9:20 to play in the opening quarter, 6-0. Ty Horn on a 5-yard touchdown run on a scramble off a play action. The big play on that drive, a 45-yard run by Ralph Hughley. Big play for the Sharks defense here to try to bring up 4th down. They're running a 4-3 stack, that looks like, or 4-3 anyway, and maybe without the stack, I don't see any blitzing. Stack's more of a 3-3 thing. And the forward progress on the short pitch and catch to Antoine Fussell II is a 1st down, and now the Lions will have a new set of downs to play with. They'll now have 1st and 10 at the Sharks' 23-yard line.
With the running game of Hughley, that play action is going to be there all day because, again, you have to account for that speed in that backfield.
Yeah, and you got big number 74 at center there. I think that's 74. No, that's not the center. He's the guard. Try to get some of the numbers there. Horn sprints right, looking. Now he takes off running, throws back across his body, and nobody's there. It is 74. I don't have a 74 on the roster for the Lions. I see big number 55 or 56 out there. That's Jadante Anderson. He is the center. 69 is out there as well. I'm going to assume that's 69 Jamar Mickles. So it's 2nd and 10. Horn committing the quarterback cardinal sin, and that's throwing back across your body. Whistles and a timeout by the referee. Not sure why. The timeout comes with 8:24.
There was an equipment issue happening with number 74.
Oh, so that's the big guard that's got to come out. So the big guard comes out. Let's see if the Sharks try to exploit whatever the difference would be there. Horn keeps again, and he's just going to walk it for a first down. And, he apologizes for pushing him on the ground, but he meant it.
Well, let us all say this. Everybody understands they got to go to work either tomorrow morning or Monday morning.
Right.
No one's trying to.
Ain't nobody out here going to work tomorrow. That's a sick day, especially if you're maybe somebody from the Sharks does, but if you're from South Florida, you ain't getting home till about 1 in the morning, and I'm taking a sick day.
No, you're right. But still, no one's trying to cut anyone's meat.
No, I hear you. Third down, but we've been doing this for 10 years. We've seen it.
Oh, we
Third
have.
down and 1 here for Horn. Shark show blitz, and nice run. That's a good run by Hughley. It's not a 50-yard run like he had back on the first drive, but it's a good, patient run. Chip chop through the hole with his knees up in the air, and he picks up the first down, and that's all he's after there. Sure, if the hole opens up, he'll run it in for running into pay dirt, but what he's looking for there is to move the chains, and that's exactly what he did. Good vision and good technique. 1st and 10 now for the Lions at the Sharks. 14-yard line. 13-yard line. Trips to the left, single receiver, and it looks like it's going to be man coverage. Back up a little bit on the camera so they can see it all. Looks, fires, throws, and that's too far. Yeah, that's good. That's a good shot. It's good right there where you are. That way it gives you an opportunity. Yeah, that's perfect.
Right.
That way it gives you ain't got to be right down on them. I like that shot right there. Our 4 and 5K cameras in the booth tonight, getting a workout. Yeah, if you know us, you know that's not true. All right. 2nd down and 10. They can still pick up a first down. They got to get down to the 3. Horn, the quarterback. He's going to have Hughley to his right from a pistol set, if you will. Trips left, 1 wide receiver to the right. It's more of an RPO. Bad snap on the ground. Horn picks it up, fires, throws, tackled immediately by Eddie Dufresne is Craig Cooper, the wide receiver, and now it's 3rd down and 8. Nice play by Dufresne. The snap was bad there, so that's not on Horn. Good job to pick it up and get rid of it.
74 checking back in for the Lions. And there's a pretty significant size difference in between.
There sure is.
74 and number 70.
Yeah, there sure is. 70 is Osni Iteneg. Iettinneg. Iteneg. 5:54 to go. Looking to throw is Horn. Horn in trouble. Sprints right. He's got to get rid of it. And oh my goodness gracious, that's one that'll drive a coach crazy all day long. I'm not sure why he would do that. That's just a bad play by Horn, but that's going to bring up 4th down.
But it all resulted from the ball being on the ground initially.
Yeah. No, I get it. I'm just saying,
yes.
As a quarterback, you can't make that throw, man. Under no circle. I don't care if the ball snapped 40 feet over your head. You can't make that throw.
No.
Running backwards, off the back foot, yeah, man, you can't do that. He knows it, though. He knows it. .541 timeout on the field. I want to thank all of you for watching here tonight on Brevard Sports Network. We good, buddy?
Yes, we are. I'd like to give a shout out to Miss Arlene Flores watching.
Arlene Flores. I know I'm hearing rumblings, and I'm not saying anything other than this. I'm hearing there could be some rumblings from the Flores family coming. Good rumblings. So just stay tuned. I'm hearing. I'm not sure if it's true or not. You know how rumors are in Brevard County.
Got Ricky Kendall watching. My
man, Ricky Kendall.
My boy Grady. He back on that catch.
Yeah, Ricky Kendall, good player. Horn, 4th down. Steps up, throws, wide open. He overthrew him, had him wide open in the back of the end zone, and Horn just overthrew him by a lot.
Yeah.
And the Sharks catch a break. So it'll be 1st and 10 now from their own 13-yard line with 5:35 to go in the opening quarter. Go ahead.
I'd like to say hello to Miss Stephanie, who says, "Let's go, Nate," for the South Florida Lions.
There you go, Nate. I wonder which Nate she's talking about here. Nate Lester, maybe? That's the first Nate I saw on the roster. So let's go, Nate Lester. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Now we're going to have split backs in the backfield. 3 wide receivers set. Now man in motion. Burt wants it. Yeah, that's going to be a illegal motion, I believe. The receiver. Oh, he took the ball from him. That ball is taken away by the Lions. He just took it right out of his hand, didn't he?
Yeah. Stephanie's cheering for number 42.
42. Nate Wilson.
All right.
And they took it away.
Wow.
That brings me back to that moment, Caleb.
Yep.
What happened there? Great play by the defense. The play is not done until the whistle sounds. I don't know who took it away. All I saw him do was take it away. And as a result, the South Florida Lions will now have 1st and 10. The penalty was going to go against the Sharks for illegal motion. The wide receiver turned too quick upfield on the snap. So that's what that flag was. Great defensive play to get the football right back. You all right?
Yep.
Okay. This is Caleb. Caleb, is this your first? No, this is your second adult amateur football game this year, isn't it?
No, this is my first.
No, you went down to Vero with me.
You're right, I did.
Yeah. Nice job there by number 13, Drexel Brunson. He's listed as a tight end, but right there playing linebacker and comes in and makes the stop on number 20, Gene Sierra, the running back. Sierra will check out. Guess who checked in? Hoogley.
I forgot about that South Vero Beach game because I don't remember it being a game.
No, it sure wasn't a game. It sure wasn't a game. So it's loss of 2, 2nd and 12 now. 4:39. Snaps, turns, gives. Good vision, good cut, good spin, just a good run. I'd steady. You know what? It'd be a steady dose to him. A little play action mix in, and I wouldn't come off of that.
Nope.
He's a good running back.
And a dose of this little hurry up kind of.
Yeah, I like this hurry up. 3rd and 5. Sharks. Nice block. Good job. Gets inside. Touchdown, Lions. Good play. Craig Cooper stretches across the pylon. And the thing, I know it's going to sound like I'm picking on my hometown guys, but I'm not. The thing I don't like that they do, nobody puts a hand in the dirt. Everybody is standing up on the defense. Everybody. You got to put a hand in the dirt and get a bull rush on. You can't knock the center back into the quarterback or knock the guard backwards. It's tough to do. Everybody's standing up.
Listen, we both know football's a low man's game. Low
Yeah.
man will always
win. And it's easy to get your hands on and block a guy that's standing up. Yeah, that's going to be good for 2, and the score's going to be 14-0. So the turnover results in points off turnovers, and the Lions with a steady dose of Ralph Hughley and a finishing drive touch to Craig Cooper lead it 14-0. All right, welcome back here as the Lions lead it 14-0. But the Sharks really haven't. I mean, they haven't gotten going yet, and there's definitely some changes in terms of what they're doing right now that they're going to have to make. We want a UFLX action tonight.
Someone just commented neither of these teams have anything on the Indians.
Uh-oh. 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 Here's the kick return out at the 30. I think we saw every member of the offense score for South Vero Beach.
Yes.
Here comes Christian Burt back out to lead the Sharks offense. I'm not sure when the UFL Super Bowls are, but I know that I believe – I'm not sure. I guess I'm sure Ontavious is taking care of them, but I know we'll be elsewhere doing the other one. So 1st and 10, 3:55 to play in what was a quick-moving first quarter, has now slowed down to a snail's pace. Big man in the backfield. Is that 0? If it is, it's Mason. Yeah, it's. And it is
0.
Mason with the ball. He gets outside, turns the corner. Mason with a gain of 8 on first down. You said Tyrone agreed with us on the big man thing?
Yep.
Yeah, he would know, man. He, coach football. He knows. 2nd and 1.
EJ Pryor tuning into the broadcast.
Say, what's up, EJ?
I would say that's what he said. He said, "What's up, my guy?"
What's going on, EJ? EJ, man, EJ was. You talk about good quarterback. EJ was a good one. Good one. Straight up the gut. We did have fun there that night when we went down. I mean, I know the game wasn't, but EJ did a good job down there that night, getting his guys in, making it fun. There was no. A lot of times you see games get that far out of hand and, there's pushing. There was none of that stuff going on that night. EJ's got a good team, well-disciplined, and
I'll tell you, remember we were talking to Billy Palmer.
Yeah.
And we said the name EJ Pryor, and you saw this look come across Billy's face.
Yeah,
like.
Billy knows. 241. 1st and 10 now for the Sharks, and that's what they need to do. They need to string together a few first downs here. Burt turns, gives, and another good run up the middle for 7 more, and it'll be 2nd and 3. And for young quarterbacks, shortening the playbook for them on 2nd down is the best thing that you can do for them. It really is. Keeping it simple. And it's not bad to have guys up front that can block open holes like that too, man.
Those,
I mean, let's
those
be
hogs
honest.
up front.
Yeah, let's be honest, man. 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter, 14-0 Lions. But the Sharks are moving. They're at their own 49 here. Burt wants it, has it, gives, and that's just a great job by That is another number 28, but that's going to be Keith Bowie, the cornerback, coming down and making the tackle. Do you see? Yeah, there's Hughley. Now, I want to make sure Hughley ain't going both ways, but there's Hughley,
Yeah.
so that's Bowie for sure.
Yeah, EJ Pryor was like that.
Yeah. 1:15 and counting. 3rd down and 3. Following the good play by Bowie. Tripped over his own man. And that time it's number 58, Tracy Bean. Now, Tracy Bean is going to make our point on putting your hand in the dirt, Caleb, okay? Bean pushed back that time, came off the edge, and was able to push his blocker back into the backfield, which disrupted that play. You don't do that standing up.
Nope. I mean, because you're just going with momentum. When you shoot up, your hands in the dirt, you shoot up, you have so much more momentum to drive somebody.
Yep. Oh, he came off the right side that time and did that. Under a minute to go, 4th down, and obviously if they went for it from the 35, they're going for it from here. They got 4 to go. Burt drops back, looking. The southpaw steps up, fires a wide open caught. That's Grady Pizarro down to the 20 and out of bounds at the 19. Unchecked was the tight end who slipped out of the backfield, found open space, and not only does he pick up the 1st down, but he gets inside the red zone with the end of the 1st quarter here. All right, Caleb, give the headset to Nathan. And Nathan, my man, Nathan Oglesby, first of all, before we pick up and move on here, tell everybody about you a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Alan, for having me. First off, so I am currently a student at Maryland High School. I'm a senior, and I am attending the University of Central Florida next year.
Okay.
Doing it completely online, though.
All right.
And so with that being said, I have always had a love for sports. And, you know, for me, it's always been like, in what ways can I put my knowledge to use?
Right.
And so I've seen Brevard Sports Network the past 4 years. Played tennis the past 6 years here. You guys did some products on that and things as such. And so for me, I started seeing you guys more and more, and I'm like, this looks really cool.
Yep.
Started watching more of the broadcasts, reading more of the articles, and I'm like, man, like, I think that's something that I might want to do.
And so here you are tonight. So, all right, here's your first big thing. What's your assessment of that 1st quarter?
Absolutely. So far, this game has really been all the Lions.
Yeah.
And kind of like you and Caleb said, the speed on the team is starting to show early.
Yep.
Running back, I believe it is Ralph Hughley.
Yeah.
He is a workhorse.
Yeah.
I think it was the first 2 plays of the game he had 50 yards.
Yeah.
He had that first 5 to 7 yard run, then he exploded for that 40-yard run, which eventually led to a touchdown. But you know, everything starts up front. Caleb talked about it with the offensive line. Even some of the tight end blocking. These guys, they're a little bit smaller in terms of the size, but they are creating so many of those different openings, and really it's allowing for what we had in the first rushing touchdown by Ty Horn.
No doubt. Start the 2nd quarter
That's
here
right.
with a run there on the right side. That is Javius Mason. And so outstanding job there breaking that down. And hang out with us for a little longer if you would.
Absolutely.
Love having you here. Get used to hearing his voice, folks. He'll be on our broadcast coming up this summer and some of the playoffs here in the UFLX. Nathan, thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you, Alan.
Yep, absolutely. Nathan Oglesby here on Brevard Sports Network. And that's the thing, man. We love bringing on students. And look at this give. Got to get outside. But as Nathan just brought up, the speed of the Lions, and there you see it in the secondary that time, number 42. And that's what's her name's guy there?
Yep.
Nate. That's Nate Wilson, Nathaniel Wilson.
It was Miss Stephanie.
Miss Stephanie. Nate Wilson just made a nice tackle there, and
I'll say the official South Florida Lions Facebook page is now getting in on the conversation.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Something to the tune of they've already beat that.
Oh, I hear you. Now, come on, guys. We got to be. I don't want, I don't control the moderators. I want you guys to stay on the whole broadcast, man. Hang out with us. Throws. Nice pitch out to Grady Pizarro there, but waiting for him over there. And with some words of wisdom as well is Bowie. And Bowie letting Pizarro know, hey, you can catch it, but you're not getting by me.
You know what? Those are just two dogs going at it.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, it's 1st and goal. Pizarro does do enough to pick up the first down. 13 minutes to go here in the first half. Our clock is broken, our app. I don't know. I guess it's a bug fix or something they got to do for our scoreboard. So, anyway, I'll let you know how much time is left. 12:45. Burt now has 2 backs. He's got 1 receiver. Pizarro, the tight end, split to the, or not split, but tight on the left. There's the give. Nowhere to go. Great read and react that time by Rashawn Hernandez, the cornerback, who just came down and blew it all up. And now it's 2nd and goal from the 10. That's the worst goal-to-go situation when you're at the 10. You just hate being there. Shortens the field for the defense. Feels like you're breathing into a paper bag as a quarterback. But this is a must-score drive.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, 3 points is not going to do anything because the Lions are going to put more points on the board. They're averaging 22, 23 a game based on what the UFLX has. Burt with a little lob pass and just out of the reach of number 11 there, Jairus Kelly. And that'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 10.
Good coverage there.
Oh, no, he was on him.
That was number 28 there on the coverage.
Bowie. Boy, we know the 28s, don't we?
Yeah,
Keith
we do.
Bowie and Ralph Hughley and number 42, Nate Wilson. Head coach for the Lions listed is Tony Smith, the owner, Miguel Crispin, Benjamin Roll, the GM, Daryl Burton. Speaking of Burton, Christian Burton throws wide open, and he did the same thing that Horn did. He got excited when he saw his man standing in the back of the end zone with not a lion around, and Christian Burke just fires one over his head, and now it's 4th and goal, and if they went for it for 4th down from their own 35, they most certainly are going for it here. Yeah, that's what you call getting $half sized eyes and just cutting it loose. 11:43 to play. Clock stopped following the incomplete pass. And the Lions defense, these two defenses all year have allowed just 8 points per game, between 8 to 10 points per game. That's Bowie down there on the right side. Here he comes. And, oh, my! He put a hit on Burt. Did you see that hit?
Yeah.
Holy cow. That ain't what I want to say, but that's what I got to say.
Mm-hmm.
That hit was a thing of beauty as he came in. And you know what? Again, and I don't mean to harp on it, but he got a bull rush off of that end there, and that was not 28. Is that 28 or 26? It's 26. And I don't have – oh, yes, I do. Charles Williams. That was the middle linebacker out there hitting like he's Ray Lewis.
The middle linebacker doing what he's supposed to do.
Yep.
Inflicting pain and controlling that middle.
He absolutely came in. And what I really liked about his play was the way he exploded with the final 2-3 steps. It was clean and well done. Turnover on downs. Everybody moved, didn't move. That was kind of a weird play. As Gene Sierra carries for no gain.
The referees all kind of looked at each other like they all kind of moved. So,
yeah, well,
you know
they
what?
snapped the ball. The guy moved. You can stay in your three-point stance. Not recommended.
No.
If everybody else is moving. but you can do it. 11:11 to go in the first half. Did it again. That's just weird. Horn directing traffic back there. He's going to sprint out, and he's just, oh, my, this is. At some point tonight, that is going to come back to haunt him. The closest receiver in the area was Nate Yankee, and he plays for the Sharks.
That play, though, was wild. It seemed like everyone literally just
This
stopped.
is the second consecutive time that the right side of the line moved on the snap, and the left side was a half second behind. On both sides of the football.
Yes.
When I see that ball snapped, I'm jumping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is a big third down here. I don't think they're going to go for this. They don't make it here. But you never know. Horn looking. Pump fakes. Nope, he lets it go this time. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. So that's going to be, did you see number 4 there? Antoine Fussell, the second, got caught there, and he knows what he did. Grabbed the guy by his shoulder pads from the back and just twisted him down. So that's going to be holding, I would imagine, and we'll do third down again unless the Sharks decline, which is what I would do. He just kind of grabbed him lightly, twisted him down, and that was that. I'm like, why is the white hat walking over to the Lions? You got to decline this.
Yes.
Wait a minute, what? What's going on here? I'll tell you, man, just when you think they could never confuse you more. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to look at the white hat here on our delay.
Did he? I guess he picked the flag up. Okay, well.
He signaled something was decline.
Okay, so if he declined it, okay, so all right, so he did decline it, but
Yes.
what I'm forgetting here is the catch was made. So that's what I'm forgetting.
Yes. So when you decline it, you just
Yeah.
say.
It's fourth down. I may have taken the penalty then if I knew it was 4th and 2. I thought the catch was incomplete. I may have backed them up a little bit. They were gonna try to Well, we'll explain it all. You see what's going on. Did Horn get that? He did. What a play by Ty Horn. I'm going to tell you what. He went from quick kicking to looking to throw to picking up the first down. Incredible athletic play by Ty Horn. They were going to quick kick that thing.
Yes.
When he snapped the ball. It stunned me for a moment, and then the pressure got in. He had no blocking, and then he was looking for a receiver that wasn't there, and then he just said, now I got to tuck it and go pick it up, and he did it. Outstanding play by Horn.
That's one of those plays that within your huddle that earns you that respect. That
I'll tell you, you better have it long before that if he's the quarterback. 9:12 to go. But no, I hear what you're saying. You know, you go back to the huddle and they just look at you like, yeah, that's why you're playing quarterback. Hell of a play by him.
Well, and that's the thing. Then we went looking for a receiver. He had a defensive back hanging around his ankles, and he just skipped out of that.
Yeah, crazy. If you're East Coast, you got to finish the tackle. You had 2 arms around him. You got to drop him.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, I can tell it is the end of the high school season. It's been a terrific long year, but my voice is going like an hour in the broadcast now.
Well, and again, let's also not neglect to mention you've had to do a lot more.
Yeah, with you being out.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, so
9-12 here. So Horn saves the Lions. Eddie Dufresne back here playing safety. This is Hughley inside, and he'll squirm his way through there for a gain of maybe 2. And I suspect that these two teams may see each other again in the playoffs. Let's see here. If we're looking at the way it is right now, the Rhinos are on top. What happened to the Orlando Jets? Can somebody tell me in the comments what happened to the Orlando Jets? I know I seen them play.
yeah,
I seen them beat the Sharks. But all of a sudden, they're gone. 8:27.
we have Penny watching from Kansas City, Missouri.
Hey, welcome. Oh, there's a nice throw. Lays it out just too far. Yeah, again, back up a little. Just a little. There it is, right there. That's where I want that, okay? Even when they get down inside the goal line, that's the angle right there. Because that forces you from having to that way that camera will shake less. Because when you zoom in like that, it tends to shake the camera a little bit more. So, yeah, I would. Yeah, that's good right there. And if they tell you to zoom in at home,
So someone said the Jets are the Rhinos.
the Jets are the Rhinos. Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Or if they got trademark slapped. Throws, caught, dropped. Boy, he was awfully close to making that football move, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
If he had picked his leg up, I believe, these are decent officials tonight. I believe we'd have seen a fumble on that. So that's incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down and 8. So the Rhinos are 7-1. The Miami Bulls are 6-1. The South Florida Lions are 6-1. The East Coast Sharks are 6-2. The Knights of Central Florida are 6-2. South Bureau Beach Fighting Indians are 4-1, and the Fort Pierce Bengals are 3-4. My man Big Meach down there putting together some wins this season. 4th down, and this time the quick kick is off, and that ball will roll into no man's land. And with 8:06 to go, Christian Burt and the East Coast Sharks offense will take over 1st and 10 at their own 34. So, if the playoffs were to start following this week, and let's say that this score would hold, that would drop. Well, it depends on what the Knights of Central Florida do. But East Coast is looking at probably a 4 or 5 seed here. They split their series this year with Central Florida. The Lions split their series this year with the Miami Bulls. So it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. I know this. It'll be a good playoff.
EJ Pryor is telling me that the Indians are 6-1.
6-1? Okay.
Yes.
They need to update this website, man. Come on.
And
help us out, man.
He just said be updated by Sunday.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I love. I'm gonna say something after this about, because we've been doing this for a long time. We got a new quarterback in, by the way, and immediately on an out route, and that's a gain of 13. Our new quarterback for the Sharks is Patrick Knight. Knight, a little older, a little bigger, and we got a player down who does not have a helmet on. We've been doing this a long time, right? I mean, we've gone with the Tar Heels, the Space Coast. We've done Fort Pierce Bengals for a couple of years. Eddie and the Sharks. We did Orlando. We did Michael Torres's Orlando Phantoms for a while.
Yep.
So we've done this for a while. I have never, ever, 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 ever seen a league website that has stats updated on it.
Yep.
But every week when I sit down to do the prep work, I still click on that damn tab.
Uh-huh.
I know they ain't going to be there, but I'm going to click on it anyway. Just out of the hope that one day they'll be there. But, I mean, look, you got to really – and I know Big Meech was trying to do that this year because, he, you know, when I was broadcasting down there earlier this year, he had a great couple in the booth that was keeping all of those stats and plays. And so I don't know how that happened. And it's a lot for these guys to be – to be able to field these teams financially as it is. And if I'm keeping stats, you're paying me.
Yes.
You know? And I am glad to report, sad to report, if Miss Stephanie's still watching, that is Nate Wilson coming off there with the help of his players. He is not putting much weight at all on his right leg. And they're going to carry him off. So Nate there. Okay, we'll keep you updated on Nate, Miss Stephanie, if we can. And the Sharks pick up a first down in the process. Patrick Knight there at quarterback now. We got doubles here, or actually two wide receivers stacked. It's not doubles. The give is to number 0, Javius Mason. And Mason picks up maybe 4. 7:33 to go here. Second quarter has slowed down a little bit for the Sharks. Now they got to make something out of this, Caleb. They got to get some points here. OC is Matt Parsons. I mean, we've been doing this so long. We've seen Matt Parsons play for how many different teams?
I would say at least 4 to 5.
Yeah.
And we've seen him go from player to coach.
Player to coach, yeah. We saw him play quarterback for the Tar Heels, the Colts. I think he was in Orlando at one point. Yeah.
Because he came back to play the Sharks.
Yeah. Head coach Scott Veit over there on the sidelines for the Sharks. Patrick gets it, looks, throws short, and that – now he's not going to get much love other than from his teammates, but I'm going to give him some love on this because he deserves it, and that's number 2 for the Lions on that last play. That's Samuel Burke, the defensive end, who absolutely pushed his defender back into the quarterback. And while you may not have seen it happen, it did cause the quarterback for the Sharks, Patrick Knight, to throw the ball short. So that play was all Samuel Burke. Third down now and 7 for East Coast. Knight looking. Throws wide open across the middle. Caught. And that's going to be helmet to helmet. And 15 more added on. Hauled in by Anthony Holly, the wide receiver. That was an absolute dart from Patrick Knight to Anthony Holly. A gain of 30. It'll be a gain of 45, as that's going to be, like I said, helmet to helmet hit. Can't lead with your head. So they'll march this off, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sharks from the Lions 15 with 6:35 to play in the half. Actually, it's a little further than that. Wow. Yeah, I mean, put the ball down. So it's 1st and 10 at the 13 or 14. I can't tell where he put the ball down. But the Sharks, that's good. Knight looking, steps up. Now he's got room. Oh, he cut back for some reason. And waiting for him right there to wrap him up was the middle linebacker who Charles Williams. And Charles may have something to do with the fact why Patrick Knight is out playing quarterback. Because I'm telling you, that hit that he put on Burt was a hard one, man. And I hope Burt's okay. I really do. So 2nd and 8 now. Oh, you can't have the center forgetting the snap count. He goes back and asks his quarterback what it was. 2nd and 8, 5:30 to go. Knight turns, gives, and at the 10, 5, gets outside, 3-2. Cut out at the 1-yard line, but it'll be 1st and goal to go for the Sharks from the 1. And when his ponytail moves, I'll tell you who it was that did that.
He's telling his coach, run it back.
Who was that? 4. That was number 4. That's Anthony Holly again. Holly made the big catch across the middle, and this time makes the big run. So now, like when you're down here, if you want to zoom in just a little, you can. But just make sure you come back. There you go. That's good right there. Yep. Actually, that is halfway in between where you were and where I was. So leave it there. Yep.
Got it.
Knight trying to draw him off, turns, going to keep it. He's got to just get upfield. The hesitation cost Knight the touchdown. You just got to go. He had the touchdown. The hole was there. You give the defense a second and a half to close a hole, they're going to do it at any level of football. Can't pick and choose down there. You just got to go. He actually is going to lose a yard, and now it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2.
Mary Elmore says, me too, always worried about him as his mother, no matter how old he gets.
Who's that?
I assume we're talking Burke.
Bert.
Bert.
Christian Burt. Yeah. Yeah, he's up and walking around over there on the sideline, so I don't want to worry you. And here's the give, and for some reason that was outside, and now we're going to get a holding penalty. So now, if you're the Lions, you have completely blown this thing up.
Yes.
Because now it's 2nd and goal from the 12, because you absolutely take this penalty.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, they had 2 guys on the right side holding. So, yeah, you know, I'm no math wizard by any stretch, but I was always told that the quickest way between 2 points is a straight line, and that's the way you got to do it. And on these 2 plays, that has not occurred, and it has come back to haunt the Sharks.
We got Nelson Compare watching.
My man, Nelson Compare. Man, we've called some plays for him, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Nelson Compare. 2nd and goal now from the 12. Knight got an arm, throws, and that went through everybody's arms down there. That went through 23's, 0's, 2 of the Sharks receivers. Nobody hauls it in.
That's called throwing it through some windows, whether
You're
intentional
not kidding,
or not.
Man. They ought to give him a carnival prize for that one. Give him a big teddy bear or something for throwing that one through so many holes. 3rd and goal.
Cameron Pollard Martin tuning into the broadcast.
There you go. Call some plays for Cam.
Yes, we have.
3:45. First half. 14-0 Lions on top. High snap. Knight throws. And I that's a good play. He just didn't see the backside safety coming across, and he's lucky it's not 6 points. It was a good throw, but I got to tell you, Michael Lyons there came across and he'd still be running if he hauled that in, but I could see why Knight saw what he saw there. It's 4th and goal from the 12, and really, of course, it's just the first half, and we've seen enough of these games to know that anything can happen in the second half. But this is a huge play. Matt Parsons comes out, talks to Knight as then you can have 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. The back in the backfield is Mason. So here we go, folks. 4th and goal from the 12. Knight hit as he throws, intercepted, and in the end zone, and that's a touchback. And he threw into double coverage and paid the price. And whoever just took his helmet off wants a flag for something, won't get it. The referees in the stands on the other side want a flag as well.
Mm-hmm.
They won't get it either. And now taking over 1st and goal from the 20 will be the South Florida Lions. 3:33 to play in the opening half. The Lions scored their first touchdown on a Ty Horn scamper, but the drive was set up. Big play on that drive was a 46-yard run by Ralph Hughley, and they would then get in the end zone on a quick pitch and catch from Horn to Cooper, who would stretch across the pylon. 2-point conversion good, 14-0. 1st and 10 at the 20 for Horn and company. Hughley, the lone back, to his right. Doubles, meaning the wide receivers are split equal to each side. Horn has it, turns, gives to Hughley. Hughley tries to hide behind the thighs of big number 74, but the Sharks see him and take him down. That's his shortest run of the day. It'll be 2nd and 8. Coming up at halftime, absolutely nothing. Be taking a break.
I'll say the Sharks D-line is doing a good job of standing number 74 straight up. If you can get an offensive lineman to stand straight up, you've won.
Yeah.
And they're not allowing 74 to block behind the huge frame that he has.
Yep. So the Lions trying to execute something here before the half, take an even bigger lead. Horn dumps it out, hauled in by the big tight end over there. That's Stefan Belinsky. Stefan Belinsky. Where's number 42? I want to give an update.
There he is, no pads on.
Okay, so number 42 has taken his shoulder pads off. It looks as though he is done for the day. I'll have to go down to my sideline reporter, Aaron Andrews, here in a couple of minutes, or I don't know what sideline reporter we have working tonight, but we'll find her here as we get closer to halftime and get an injury update.
I was like, wait a minute, I must have missed that in my pre-production meeting.
You mean you missed the meeting with
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Where we announced, hey, we're having Aaron Andrews on.
Yeah. Holly Rowe, somebody, right?
I mean, heck.
Down to you, Holly. No, I'm kidding.
I was saying, like, heck, at this point, I wouldn't mind taking WFTV's Sam Martello.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. Sam is, of course, from the Space Coast.
Yes.
Did work for the Friday Night Locker Room. Does a terrific job for WFTV. Knows her sports.
Yes, she does. Her
Billy Mims' daughter as well. Courtney Mims is a news sports anchor. I believe she's in Arkansas now.
One of the Martello's family members is now a former manager of the Pirates.
Oh, very cool.
I'd have to look at.
I'm sure you'll look it up.
Yes, I will.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 5. We don't have a sideline reporter. I'm just saying. So, for those of you at home wondering who we're going down to, we don't. We're not.
We're having fun, is what we're doing.
Yeah. 3rd 5. 2 minutes here. That was the 2-minute warning.
Clint Hurdle.
Oh, yeah. Merritt Island guy.
Yes. Sorry.
Yeah, there was that weird start again. Horn throws. He's got a receiver. Wide open. Caught at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Still on his feet. Still trying to be wrangled down like a steer. And he'll blow the play dead. What an absolute beautiful pitch and catch from Ty Horn to Mike Lyons. And that, ladies and gentlemen, sets up South Florida in beautiful position to make this a 3-score game. What a throw. He did not panic, saw his receiver, had a couple of steps on the DB, and just laid it in there.
My only complaint there?
Oh, boy.
He was looking at the ref to blow himself dead.
No, he was no. when he put the ball out, he was looking for somebody to lateral to.
Oh.
Yes,
okay.
he was looking to lateral the ball to somebody.
Okay, so then never mind then. Complaint disqualified.
75 yards on that one. 1:13 to go. Horn with Hughley in the backfield. Blitz coming, timed perfectly, but picked up. Horn, got to get rid of it. Got to get rid of it. Uh-oh. And he does. Throws it over on the starting blocks. Wise play by him. Well, I tell you, they came on a well-timed blitz, and it was picked up perfectly. 56.1 seconds to go in the half. Yeah, he was just looking, when he was doing this with the ball, he was looking for one of his teammates to, come get the ball. Because if he can lateral, that's a touchdown.
Yes. That makes way more sense.
Yeah. 56.1. Ball is on the 5. Horn. He's going to have a complement of wide receivers to the left and 2 to the right. They will split equal to each side. Hughley in the backfield. Sidecar right to Horn. Horn wants it. Tries to draw him off. Count is on 2. Horn looks. Going to keep it himself. Cuts out, throws, and that is a good no call by the referee as he tried to throw it to Hughley there. Coach Smith's got his arms in the air like, where's my pass interference flag? That's one of those plays to where if the referee threw it, you're like, okay. And if he didn't throw it, you're like, okay. 47.8. You get those every once in a while.
Well, the defender and the ball got there at the exact
same time, right. 3rd down and goal. That's letting them play, and it's the mark of a good official. 3rd and goal here. They're obviously going to go for this on 4th and goal. Horn gives to Hughley. Hughley with the ball. Oh, my goodness gracious. Hughley, like Magic Johnson, put the ball behind his back. Not on purpose, but it ended up there, and he brings it back around and stretches across the goal line. And Hughley with a touchdown, and just like that, it's 20-0 South Florida. Did you see that ball go behind his back?
I did. As a matter of fact, I'm going to watch it again right here on our delay.
Yeah. He nearly lost it. Pulled a Magic Johnson on that one. Yeah. And they're going to go for 2 again.
Miss Connie Codwell says, go Sharks.
Yeah, the Sharks going to have to make some adjustments here at the half. That's for sure. Did you know when you put that shirt on it was Lions colors?
I did not.
Apparently not. Throws caught. Conversion good. And they're 2 for 3 on 2. And with 40.4 seconds to go, it is now 22-0 South Florida Lions. They have matched their per-game average this season. You are watching UFLX action here on Brevard Sports Network. And I just want to kind of toot our own horn here for a minute, if I could, please, and ask all of you if I could indulge you to perhaps maybe go to the Florida High School Athletic Association Instagram and give us a vote for that my name is up for a media member of the year for the FHSAA, but it's not me. It is our great team at Brevard Sports Network, and just leave a comment that says Allen, and I'd appreciate it if you think we're worthy. If not, I understand too. Listen, the South. There are a couple nominees from South Florida, and one of them is Larry Bluestein.
Yes,
he is the absolute GOAT legend of high school football in the state of Florida.
Correct.
There's just no, and to lose to a guy like Larry Bluestein is an honor. To be honest with you.
I want to say, like, the fact you're mentioned in a conversation with him for an award.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Ball kicked off, received at the 20, and across the 25, trying to get back to the 30, make something happen. He does. He is absolutely decleated or de-helmeted at the very least from the backside. And what a hit there by Samil Burke. That's the second big hit by Burke tonight, and good play. And I'm going to tell you, that's a good play to hang on to the football because that's a backside hit on a kickoff, and that's tough to do. I remember one time as a kid, you used to play tackle football on it, but now I'm 57, so when I say as a kid, I mean like, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. I was running with the football. And you probably don't remember this because they don't make them anymore, but they used to have these like rubber footballs. They were really rubber, and that's what we used to play with because you could throw them 100 yards, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm running with the ball, and I think I got a touchdown. And all of a sudden, I get hit from behind. The ball comes flying out. Some kid picks it up and runs it back for a touchdown. I'm 7 years old. I'm crying. Uh-huh. I'm screaming. I want a penalty. First of all, there ain't no officials. I'm just mad as hell that he tackled me from behind and I fumbled the ball. Knight throws. Nice job tucking it down wide open over there, but they got to hurry here. They're going to take a timeout. Yeah, man, I'll never forget. That's one of those things as a kid that you do that you just never forget.
Yep.
I don't think I talked to that kid for a month. He just clocked me from behind. Ball went flying.
Well, one of my favorite football memories is at school we played. It's a game that goes by many names.
I know what game you're talking about. Move on.
Throw them up, bust them up.
All right.
The first time I was running, a kid tackled me, flipped me over. First of all, if anyone's seen me, I've always been a large person. Yeah. So the fact they got me airborne shocked me. I landed right on my back.
Oh.
And when I tell you, knocked the wind out of me, I've never forgotten that moment.
First time you ever get the wind knocked out of you in life, you actually think you're knocking on death's door.
Yep. But again, I was doubly worried because I had never been airborne like that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you get the wind knocked out of you the first time in life, you think you're dying. 1st and 10, ball's on the ground, picked up, busted play. And turns nothing into something, at least a gain of 2. Yeah, man, I ran into my uncle one time. First time I got knocked out, I ran into my uncle, bam, right on my back. And I can remember literally thinking, laying there on the ground as I could not catch my breath. Well, I lived to be 10.
Right, you're just like, well, if this is my time.
That's it, I'm done. Here I come. Me, I used to love watching Fred, Sanford and Son as a kid. And, it's the big one. It's the big. I laying on the ground. That's what I'm thinking. That was my Fred Sanford moment right there. 13.4 to go. And the Sharks probably best just to try to get out of here and regroup now. They will kick off to start the second half, which is great for South Florida. We'll get Nathan's take real quick, then we'll cut Nathan loose here, let him go, and then we'll be back with the second half throws. Nobody home, incomplete pass with 9.1 seconds to go. Of course, I had one of those dads. It was like everybody else's dad. It's just a little flesh wound or rub some dirt on it, one of those guys. Get up, you're all right. Should my leg be pointing that way? 3rd down. They're going to throw here. Okay. Knight's in trouble, and that's probably the wise thing to do. Just eat it, let the clock run out, and that's going to take us to the half. Give the headset to Nathan here. Nathan, I want to get your thoughts before you get out of here. Your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, so, like we saw from that first quarter whenever I came in, the Lions, they've been dominant. Obviously, we see the score. We're at 22-0 going into the second half. And so I looked at, after the first quarter, what the Lions are doing right. And so what I want to do with this little bit of time is almost say the keys to success for the Sharks.
Yeah.
And so we saw at the end of that first quarter, we saw a little bit of life, mainly from the run game.
Right.
And you guys even spoke about it briefly, the size. The Sharks have they have giant, as Caleb said, hogs up front there. And so these guys are tough. They're big. They are capable of creating that space for their backs. It's just a matter of if that's what the coach decides to, I guess, call.
Right.
And if I'm their head coach, I'm going to start off the second half going with the run.
Okay.
And that's just, I feel like that's what I've seen the most success with.
Even
with
down by
from.
3 scores, you
Yep.
just try to I
Yep.
like it because you know what? A lot of times you if what you're doing is not working, you try to reestablish something else.
Absolutely.
And no, I get it. Nathan, what'd you like about what you saw here tonight for Brevard Sports Network? I'm curious here. Now, I'm interviewing you in front of the world, but what'd you like about what you saw here tonight?
Absolutely. And so just in the small time, that I've had here and talking to you guys, I like really how much you valued the relationships.
Yeah.
The relationships, whether it's from, between each other up here or between, you guys and the players, or you guys and the coaches and people watching. Like, you have people actively commenting on the lives and the Facebooks and the YouTubes. And I just think it's really cool to see almost that form of community that we have and that you guys have built.
Well, my man, welcome to Brevard Sports
Thank
Network.
You, sir.
Now, I'll talk to you off camera, but we'll be back in about 10 minutes here on BSN. All right, welcome back to DC Roofing Stadium. Alan Slaughterzinski and Caleb Brown. Nathan Oglesby has departed, and I just want to say that Nathan did a good job, man, and proud to have him a part of Brevard Sports Network. I kind of, the way we do it is you got to come see how we operate first, and if you think it's something that, if it's a passion of yours and if it's something you want to do, we'd like you to look at it first and see if you can do it, and then when you do, we can come to terms, then welcome aboard. All right, we get ready to go here. That's right, the Sharks receive. Okay. The Sharks receive. I said they kick off. That's my mistake. And that's a good kick, and it'll be fielded at the 20, across the 25, 30, 35, 36, out to, he lost the football, picked up by the Lions, and if they don't tackle him, that's a face mask. This is going to be a scoop and score touchdown on the opening kickoff by the South Florida Lions, and that's Herbert Dawson, the linebacker, on special teams. The flag has got to be for a face mask on Dawson. Got to be. Yeah. They the Sharks face mask Dawson.
Yes, in trying to tackle him.
So that's what the flag is for. And the first play of the second half is 6 points to the good for South Florida. Nice play.
I don't think there's a more electric start you can have to a half.
No, certainly not.
Hey, you're kicking off. Oh, okay, don't worry. We'll score 6 points.
And here we go with the extra point. It's going to be a 2-point conversion. Horn. They're 2 for 3 tonight. Oh. Yeah, this could be 2 points the other way. And it won't be. It will not. That is crazy. Well, Caleb, we've had a wild start to the second half. That'll be 6, and it's now 28-0.
Yeah. And right now you're just trying to tell your guys, look, guys, just take it one drive at a time, one play at a time.
One play at a time, one drive at a time. And now, while I liked the game plan that Nathan had about maybe trying to establish the run a little bit, can't do that now.
No.
Certainly cannot do that now. As the Lions will kick off to the Sharks again. If you ever wonder which creature would win that battle, well, tonight it's the land-dwelling lion taking care of the great white shark. And that's eerily similarly looking play. Across the 25-30. That is almost the identical play without the fumble and the kick return. My goodness gracious. So it'll be 1st and 10 now for Knight and the offense. And I can't imagine, like I said, I certainly, down 3 would think that They could go back to the run a little bit because they did have a little success with it, but not now. You've got to throw your way back into this. And that could make for a long second half.
Si, senor.
Yeah. Ball dead on the 35. It'll be Knight again to start the second half. Two wide receivers split near side, single, high. One back, sidecar left, little sling out to the wide receiver on the right side, and I can't tell what number he is because, I mean, let's be honest, I love Palm Bay High School and I love DC Roofing Stadium, but those lights don't exactly pop off out there on that turf. And he does pick up 4.5 to 5, so it'll be second. We'll call it a long 5 and a short 6. Knight throws bullet right across the middle. Good pitch and catch. And that'll be a first down across midfield into Lions territory. Ball down at the South Florida 44. Nice throw from Knight and a good catch by the receiver there as he had coverage draped on him, single coverage draped on him, and it was good coverage.
Well, he didn't think that. Even though he caught the ball, he still got up a little angry.
Yeah, no, I get it. He wanted to. He thought he could break away and go, and so 1st and 10 now. Knight's got an arm. He can sling it.
Yes, he can.
Looking to throw. He's in trouble. Yeah, I mean that is. This is gonna go. Yeah, this is gonna be a face mask or some sort of a helmet play, and that's going to negate what was just an outstanding rush by the defensive end there to get home and get the sack. I was going to say he pointing the wrong way because that was a good play by number 2, Samil Burke again coming off of that edge, and Burke just imposed his will on that left side of the line and pushed the tackle into and then out of the way and just grabbed the hold of the quarterback. Unfortunately, he grabbed the hold of his face mask, and it's 15 yards.
But they went back to this original spot of the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it's personal foul. Spot fouls would be like holding.
Gotcha, okay.
But I don't even think they don't do that anymore either a lot of times. I don't know what the parameter is for being spot or non-spot, but like a personal foul, there's 15 yards from the. If you accept the penalty, it's as if the down didn't happen. It's a 15-yard, unsportsmanlike conduct play, and you pick up 15. 28-0. South Florida has already got on the board here in the second half. Second and a long 7 for Knight and the offense. A 3-wide receiver set. And that time they just ate it up. 3 of them in there on the stop. First on the scene of that one was number 34, Atiba Shaw, another linebacker. When your linebackers are getting penetration the way these linebackers are, you may have to hold somebody in to or put a second back in the beef. I don't know, but sometimes the Sharks will run that sidecar left and right. Probably not a bad idea to put a lead blocker in front.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Here we go. 3rd down now after the loss. 3rd and 10. Knight. 3-step drop. Steps up. Dumps it off. Too far. And this is going to be a holding penalty on the Sharks. So we'll see if they decline it or if they keep it. I decline this. Make it 4th down. The pass was incomplete. The pass was caught,
Yeah. And they do exactly that.
Yeah, they'll decline it. It'll be 4th and 10. Statement road performance to this point by South Florida to come up here and do what they have done thus far against the Sharks. The Sharks this year have had a rough time here at DC Roofing Stadium. They have lost to the Central Florida Knights. I believe they lost to the Orlando Jets here. And they're on their way, unfortunately for Sharks fans, to losing to the Lions here. So, Knight. And guess who? Guess who? Guess who? Samuel Burke again gets back there, and this time they lose about 13, 14 yards. Burke with his second sack of the drive, the first that'll count, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions from their own 40, put it down, 2-yard line. What a play. What a rush. Now I got to look up and see if I can figure out where he's from in terms of where he played some high school ball or. They got some ballers now.
Yes, they do. Look, South Florida, I don't care what level of it is, football's a thing down there.
Yeah.
Borderline religion.
Borderline. It is the book of foot 3-1 ball. First 6. Turns, gives. And he is greeted angrily after a gain of 2. Deerfield Beach is where he's out of. It says here, International School of Broward. Graduated in 2018. If it's the same Samuel Burke. So, there you go. Makes sense to me.
Yep.
Location, same school area. Turns, gives again, and again greeted angrily, this time for a loss of 1. Nice job by the defense out there, playing their hearts out. That's number 58 in there on the stop from what I could read. Dalla Wiggins. And now it's 3rd down and 9. And they're content. I mean, listen, they get it. .933 and running here in the 3rd. Horn with a backside card left, man in motion is Cooper. And the give is to a different back this time. The give, who was that on that carry? Is that Horn? That was Horn that kept it, so Horn keeps it. And now, yeah, they're not punting. And now it's 4th down and about 4 here. And 28-0. You got the ball at your own 46, 47-yard line. Yeah. I may even take a shot here.
You know what? Because, yeah.
You know, they're thinking you're trying to get the sticks. I'd look for my man I hit on a 75-yarder just before the half. I set him up on the left-hand side. And right now they got a safety coming down late. They got 2 wide receivers over there and 1 DB. So keep your eye on that. He had it. Horn, he's got to step up, and that's the only thing throws. And that's going to be incomplete, no flags. And that's on Horn there. He's made some nice plays in here. On this one, he's got to step up. And listen, in adult amateur football, you see it. You know, high school, college even, a lot of times and there's a flag that's going to go 15 yards against the Sharks for unsportsmanlike conduct and unnecessary penalty. I'm not sure what they thought they were asking for there, but that's going to be 15 against the Sharks. But he's just got to step into the throw, step up a little bit more. He had 2 receivers that were open. And when he comes back and sees his film, he's going to see that. What?
I think it might have been a player. He took his helmet off and then the flag came out. So it may have been just.
No, you can take your helmet off. I think he thinks he was held coming across.
Okay.
And then took his helmet off and was yelling. I saw him say something to the official, and I'm pretty sure that's what that flag is. But he thought he was grabbed coming across. Maybe he was, but if you know my philosophy, right? If the official doesn't see it, it's good defense.
1,000%. Well, and I was just looking at, I was watching on our delay, and I didn't necessarily see it, so.
Right. So now to be 1st and 10 with 8:19 to go, 28-0 for the Lions over the Sharks. Lions and Sharks and referees, oh my. As we move on here through the 3rd quarter, Alan Slaughterzinski, Caleb Brown with you here on a beautiful mid-April night. Nope, this is just a wild card type of a formation. That wasn't even night back there. I can't see their numbers at all. I just can't see them. So that's a gain of 2 on a wildcat type of formation there, because that was not Knight that ran that ball. It does not appear as though Christian Burt is going to return, unless that is Burt. I don't think that is. No, it's not. Even my binoculars can't pick him up. It's just weird.
I will say I do love the fact that the Lions jerseys, their numbers are very easy to read.
Mm-hmm.
Contrast there.
Wildcat again, offsides, but no flag. Now he's going to come a little closer to our side. As he cuts left, he's going to pick up 2 more yards and bring up 3rd down and 5 here. Number 9 on the carry for the Sharks that time, and that is Messina Gay. And we are going to get a timeout on the field by the Sharks with 3rd down and 5 to go.
Got some FHSAA regional quarterfinal softball coming up, I believe, this week. Or did I get my weeks mixed up?
I think you got your weeks mixed up because they haven't even played their district tournament yet. Softball has not played districts.
Sorry.
Baseball.
Did I say softball?
Yeah,
I apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I tell you, I'm looking forward to that rankings release show on Monday because
Yes.
there's some interesting scenarios I'm waiting to see take shape. One having to do with Key West, the Conks.
Yes.
And Louis C. down there, the mayor. Hope to get to see my good friend Louis C., the mayor, down in Key West. We had some fun last year. The Joker, as he referred to one of our athletic directors by Louis C. Gotta love Louis C. 6:56, 3rd down and 5. Good dude, though, man. He's a good dude.
Tell you that baseball game between Satellite and Key West was one of our highest ranked broadcasts
ever. Well, me and Louis put a lot of little extra promotional stuff into that one. Unintended, but we did. Little lip service back and forth. Saying things that the 2 baseball programs can't say back to each other. And we got an injured Lion down on the field, but a 1st down by the Sharks at the midfield stripe. Of course, nice job by the Titusville Terriers last night as well. Titusville, an 11 seed going into the playoff or the district tournament, and their only path to the FHSAA state tournament was to win the district tournament, which they did by beating Astronaut.
I mean, you want to talk about a week for the Titusville Terriers. Their baseball team wins the district championship, and their track and field
boys team.
Yes.
The Astronaut girls won a district championship this week. Viera boys won a district championship this week in track. Good week in Brevard County. 1st and 10 at the 50. See if you can see the number of the quarterback. Because it ain't Knight and it ain't Burt.
I'm seeing 0.
That should be his Mason if it is. As the clock continues to run, 6 minutes. Wonder how many people my age, when you hear 6 minutes, still think of Dougie Fresh. I do. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 5:33. 2nd and 12. Turns, gives. And, yep, nowhere to run. Little extra bump there. He's going to wait and apologize, hopefully. And they pat each other on the head.
And
we have an injury.
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to get off on his own power, though.
I think he might have got just rolled up on.
Yeah.
That I will say is one of the scarier thing for a lineman is, you know, you're
It
blocking
hurts.
someone, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, you wind up face first on the ground, and you're like,
it hurts.
Yes.
It does not feel good, man.
I was lucky not to get rolled up on, but just like watching it happen to friends, it's like, oh my.
Oh yeah.
Especially like when you're a tackle. You're a tackle. You know, you're in pass pro, or even just leaning, and you feel all your weight just come crushing down onto your own leg.
1st and 10 now. Play action, looking to throw. Running offhand, and he's just got to get rid of it. And is that a fumble? No. It is 0, as that's Mason playing quarterback, and he is sacked for a loss all the way back to their own 43. So now it'll be 4th. Yeah, I was like, how did it get to be 1st down? It was 3rd, so now it's 4th down and 16, but I thought I missed something, but no, it is 4th down. Eddie Dufresne on the punt, and that has been the kind of night for the Sharks. Dufresne drops the ball again on the 1, and it's dropped again, and Dufresne drops it again, and it is recovered. Now, if he had lost possession of that, and then the Sharks would have gotten it back, that would be their ball.
Yes.
So they don't. There's a flag. I don't know what this flag is for, unless somebody got grabbed by a face mask. There used to be a videotape, and I love Eddie. Eddie's a great guy.
Yes.
One of the best human beings you'll meet. But my poor guy there, that was one of those plays where you would end up on NFL Follies they used to have back in the day. Have you ever seen those?
I have not.
Yeah, Google it.
That'll be my
Look it up, young man.
That'll be my
NFL
homework.
Follies. But anyway, it'll be Lions ball at the 5. The snap was terrible. It was 10 feet over his head, and he didn't stand a chance to do anything but chase after it. And Eddie desperately tried to pick that thing up, and what he was trying to do was pick it up and kick it. So every time he picked it up and wanted to try to drop it to kick it, it kept slipping out of his hand. And, well, the Lions looking to make it 34-0 here. And Ty Horn.
And that's going to be a false start.
Yeah, everybody's pointing at each other here.
Be a false start on the left guard.
Yep. Be a pleasant ride back down south tonight, down 95 for South Florida.
Funny talking about South Florida and being in this press box. I remember my first big trip for BSN.
Oh.
You sent me down to Fort Lauderdale.
Yes, I did.
And you gave me a specific route to take.
Yes, I did.
You were here doing the youth Super Bowls for the ACYA.
Yes, I was. Hold on, finish it up after this play.
Absolutely.
Horn, sidecar left, running back, little corner shot, and yeah, the referee just let that go, as well he should. That was a lot of hand checking over there, like two wingers in a corner playing hockey. So go ahead.
And so going down there, I'm good. And then when I get to a part in like a swamp road, the only way I can describe it, no internet signal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to find my way to this field down for the Fort Lauderdale Gators.
Uh-huh.
And
got a little lost, did you?
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a little fear that set in.
I'll bet there was.
Yeah, they're taking me through Alligator Alley, which was really nice to look through.
Yeah. He just throws it up wide open in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, South Florida Lions. And with 3:16 to play in quarter number 3, as if 28-0 wasn't commanding, 34-0 certainly is. And the Lions look playoff ready. I don't know who caught that. I think it was number 8. If it was Terry Johnson who's out there. But I don't know. I don't know who that was. Looked like the tight end snuck in the back of the end zone there. Horn trying to make it 36, throws. Oh, he got him in. Nice job. That's just a good pitch and catch there. And he tiptoed. No, that's Michael Lyons that caught the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. It was Lyons. So Lyons gets the 2, and he gets the touch, and it is 36-0. Back with the kickoff in just a moment.
All right, welcome back to the Brevard Sports Network. 36-0 Lions lead, and there is the kickoff. And will be taken by the Sharks at the 35. Tries to slam his way and will be roughed out of bounds. And little scuffle, extracurricular activity there on the sideline. And part of this is now it's frustration from the Sharks. This night has not gone the way they had hoped it would by any stretch of the means. 3:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Should be seeing Mason come back out. as a quarterback for the Sharks. As the Sharks will take over 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. And there's the handoff to a back, and tell you what, there was nowhere to go, and there at running back was actually number 9, Gay. Messias Gay. As the clock keeps rolling. I do. And there's a nice little out pass, and picks up close to a first down. It was number 4 on the reception. Number 4 is Anthony Holly. Holly caught on the now screen, and it'll make it 3rd and much more manageable. We'll call it 3rd and 4 for the Sharks. There's a handoff right up the middle, and there's some room fighting forward, being pulled back by his jersey, but still dragging defenders. That's going to be a first down for the Sharks, and they are in Lions territory for the first time since the opening quarter. Yeah. And an injured Shark lineman tries to get off the field. 2 injured Shark linemen. Didn't see who the ball carrier was. But I'll tell you what, he found himself a little hole, and he just kept chugging and chugging, and he was being pulled from behind on his jersey, dragging defenders. Picked up a nice 15-yard gain, and when we do resume play, as the Sharks lineman is currently being helped off the field. He's hobbling, but he's being helped. It will be 1st and 10 on the Lion 39-yard line. $1:29 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Caleb Brown here bringing you the action. This still just, it feels right to be back broadcasting. So here we go. Sharks come back to the line. First and 10 from the 39-yard line. Quarterback on the snap. That's going to be number 14 at quarterback. That's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Lions, and there's a return being set up. And still on his feet, still not going down, finally dragged down. That's going to be number 13 for the Lions on the interception. That's Rashad Dollar, and he just earned his dollar tonight getting that interception. And that's the 3rd turnover of the night for the Sharks. That was Patrick Knight who threw the interception. .8 seconds left to go in the 3rd. As the ref says, wind the clock, and clock isn't moving. Whitehead continuing to possibly tear a rotator cuff, trying to get the clock operator to, there we go. quarterback for the Lions. Snap, and he's going to keep it. No one's buying the play action, and he'll overthrow his running back, number 20. As there is no number 20 on the – oh, wait, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong roster. That's Sierra. I mean, look, my shoulder got sore watching the referee. I mean, he was putting emphasis into run the clock. Why is the clock not running? Anyway. And that is the end of the third quarter with your score. The South Florida Lions marching towards victory with one more quarter to go, but their team is still putting it on. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. All right, Horn hands off to, I believe that was number 20. Again, that's Gene. It's going to bring up third down and about 9. Ball on their own 45-yard line. Horn calls for the snap. Steps up, fires. That's going to be an interception, the first turnover of the night for the Lions. And the Sharks get their first interception, and that's going to be an extra flag, and that's going to cause some sideline activity as there is shoving going on the Sharks sideline. So the Sharks get their first interception, and it should be, unless they throw any additional flags for all the pushing and shoving, it should be an additional 15 yards for the Sharks on the return. And right now, this is where the officials got to make sure they maintain order. Which, again, I'll say this: it's easier said than done. Right now, you have a team that's getting beat 36-0. It's hard to tell those guys, hey, keep your emotions in check. They're going to need help from coaches, which, again, it's your grown men talking to other grown men, trying to tell them to keep their emotions in check in an emotional environment. Good luck with that. But if you're the Lions right now, what you don't want, you don't need suspensions that will lead into your first-round playoff game. Neither of them, correct. Neither of them can ill afford to have a starter going into the first round of the playoffs as they start to sort all of this out.
It's why I played hockey as an adult. Because I could have played adult league football, right? But I was a hockey guy. When we got into these situations and I wanted to go take a shower, well, you just found somebody to drop the gloves with. And away you went.
Well, those penalties ended up being the biggest result was one against the Sharks, who were moved back.
And it looks like the chain gang there. Yep. There we go. It was against the Sharks.
Yes.
Good job, buddy.
So I wonder what was said.
I don't know. Something. Good run up the middle there. Thanks there, Caleb, for covering for me. Caleb Brown, you've had a couple of nicknames in your BSN. Downtown, you've had Caleb the Cameraman Brown. Now you're just Caleb Brown.
Yes.
Caleb Brown, 13:38 to go. I've seen some good football on this field, man.
Yes.
Seen some good football players play on this field.
Hand off again and fighting forward, close to a first down.
The first ever broadcast I did here, ever, was back in 20, I want to say it was 20, it was on the radio at the time, 2013, I think it was, 2012, somewhere around there. But anyway, it was between the Cocoa Tigers and the Palm Bay Pirates.
Wow.
Uh-huh. And Chauncey Gardner was our player of the game.
Wow. Yeah. You want to talk about a name.
Chauncey Gardner was our player of the game in that game for Cocoa. Throws caught, Knight back in at quarterback, and that'll be a Sharks first down across the midfield stripe.
So I never saw him play on this field, but, you know, when you talk Palm Bay football, one of the names that comes up is Reggie Nelson.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a Gator fan, your face lights up when you hear that name.
Oh, yeah, Reggie Nelson. I didn't see Reggie play here either.
But ask any Brevard historian about watching Reggie
Oh,
Nelson
I have not seen him play in person, but I've seen his highlights. Nice little skip through the line there. Will net all of 1 yard.
I'm sitting here going through, me being a Gator fan, you think of guys like Mike DeGory.
Right here?
Yep.
Dan Burke,
yes.
Of course, you had Joe Cohen. You had that those back in the day, Palm Bay, the 2000 and the 2002 state champions. Of course, the Rockledge Raiders also winning it in 2000 that year.
Yes.
And so Hunter Pinkston at quarterback for Rockledge that year. And
Chris Laskowski, who's currently a strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah. The wide receiver played in the NFL. Can't remember his name. Pitch and catch there. Nice job. Knight pitches and catches, and down to the 30-yard line go the Sharks with another first down. Good-looking drive here from them. Working on some things for next week because they're not coming back tonight. It's 36-0. Lions on top. St. Laurent. St. Laurent is who I'm thinking of. John Holmes was on. John Holmes was on that team.
The Goinses were part of that football run, I believe.
No, they didn't play then.
Oh, they didn't.
No,
okay.
I don't think they played then. I think they're a little older than that.
Okay.
But they'll appreciate you saying that, though.
Well, okay, fine. Those are legendary Brevard.
Absolutely,
Brevard legendary players that played on this
field. Sure. That Rockledge team, yeah. 1st and 10 now, ball at the 30. Here comes a blitz. Knight's got to get rid of it. He won't. And down goes Knight on a blitz off the left edge, and he deserves that dance. And I believe that is number, if he quit skipping, I could give him some flowers here. Number 58, that's Tracy Bean, the other defensive end on the sack. And now it's 2nd and 16 or 17 for the Sharks. I've done some wild games, man.
This was a broadcast booth you were in calling Florida Tech Panther football.
Yeah, Florida Tech did some radio with Jerry Durney, Florida Tech Panther football. We had a blast doing that.
Oh, yes.
Second down and 17, and now it's going to be second and 22 following the false start here. It's the one thing I still just can't get past, and, you know, a lot of people, I get emails a lot, you know, why don't you cover Eastern Florida and Florida Tech a little more, and we probably should, and, you know, I just win. And we did, and we did a nice job with lacrosse this year. Thanks to Adam Vasquez and Josh Buzzard, and it just, you know, when the football team left here, man, it really sucked a lot of energy out of me here. It just did. And of course, you know, Eastern Florida State College always with those great basketball teams and soccer teams, and we do provide them coverage. And second down. Oh, they're going to call that against the Lions.
Wow.
Yeah, that's wild. So second and 12 now instead of second and 22. Oh, wait, that says wind it. Knight wants it, has it, drops. He's got both defensive ends coming in on him. Squirts out of the pocket. He just throws it up, hits the X button, intercepted, and if a blocker, he won't have a pick six, but yeah, Knight just hit the X button on that one.
And again, more extracurricular.
Yeah. We got flags flying everywhere. People coming off the benches now, which is what you don't want. Referees will end this in a nanosecond.
Yep.
Anyway, the interception goes to Roger Barton. I believe it was number 11 or 17. Well, no, it's going to be 17. Amari Golden, who's the cornerback. Amari Golden with the pick. Yeah, it is 17. So it's Amari Golden, and that's one of the easier interceptions Golden will get, but you still got to see it in because cornerbacks are simply wide receivers that can't catch. And Golden proved that theory wrong on that play there. And now the threat is over with 8:47 to go in the fourth quarter, as the proud Lions defense will not allow the Sharks another yard on that drive. Knight threw into a 20-mile-an-hour headwind. The wind's 20 miles an hour right into his face. The wind is blowing from the south to the north, and that's the direction the Sharks were traveling, to the south, and he just threw it up, and it was anybody's football, and Golden went and got it.
So, call was obvious, unsportsmanlike on both squads.
Yeah, offsetting.
Yeah.
Should be anyway.
Yes. Offsetting. South Florida Lions will retain possession.
Yeah. Take over at their own. Now we'll see what they do here. See if they just turn and try to run the clock out, or try to hit the 40 mark. I don't know if the Uflx uses point differential. Too close. Point differential for anything. But if they do, then you got to score points. And they are. They're going to take a shot, and he's wide open again. That is as beautiful as you'll ever see it at any level. 55 yards. Again, same play to Michael Lyons as just before the half. That thing floated, and he had the wind at his back, and he knew it, and he let it go. Lyons now with a night of nights. His sixth catch, he's got two of those catches are for 130 yards. He's got one for 75, that one for 55, and that was purdy.
It was mighty purdy.
Did you get it?
I did.
Good. That thing was up there. That looked like NFL films and John Facenda filming that, right? I mean, just like you could see the stripes on the ball turning on that one. I can hear the call now. And Horn wanting to decide whether or not they would put more points on the board. Drop back and let it loose into the stiff southerly Florida breeze. Up it went and went and went. And when it landed, Lions was once again underneath. First and 10. Straight up off guard tackle there, and he's going to pick up 5. That sounds more like the Masters than NFL films. But you get the point. That was a pretty play. And a penalty on a hold, so it'll be 1st and 20 now. 7:40 to play in the game. All Lions. What a night for Lions for sure. Horn as well. Horn's showing you a couple different things tonight. I don't know how old he is, but you see his ability to put the football in the air tonight. You see that. I mean, he's got a great arm. You also see some questionable decisions at times, throwing off the back foot and, puts a few things together, man. He can really be that guy in this league for sure because he's got the tools to do it. I certainly see the tools there to do it. So it's now 2nd and 20. Throws, caught on a comeback. Nice job there. Good recognition. Antoine Fussell, the second, the wide receiver, catches the ball on his knees for a gain of 10. It'll be 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, gain of 11. 3rd down and 9. Good throw from Horn. That time you see the difference between stepping up in the pocket and not stepping up in the pocket. Instead of trying to sprint out and throw off his back foot, he steps up in the pocket and absolutely drills one and hits Fussell the second right in the number on his chest, which was a beautiful throw. 6 minutes and running, and it's 3rd and 11 now. The Lions looking to put points 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42 on the board here. Empty backfield set, 5 wide receivers. Horn wants it. He's got it. Throws too high, intercepted. Eddie Dufresne in the end zone, and Dufresne will go down. And the second turnover on the night off the interception by the safety, Eddie Dufresne, and it'll be 1st and 10. That time he just overshot the intended target. Ball be at the 20 now. And a coachable moment. I think if you're the Lions, you leave here tonight with a win, a big statement road victory, no doubt about it. You have 2 games left. Both of them are at home, so you're feeling good about that. You don't have to go back on the road this season. This win probably secures at least a first-round playoff game if they aren't the number 1 seed in the division, and we'll see when the new rankings or standings are released. But the number 1 seed will get a first-round bye because 2 plays 7, 3 plays 6, and 4 plays 5. I don't know how they would do it in the second round because you still I guess you would be left with what you got. Yeah, you'd have 3 teams left, so the 1 team would come in. Okay, there's that math I'm not that good at. What happened?
Dexter Lawrence was traded, I think, for the number 10 pick.
Really? Somebody put that in the comments?
Yeah, somebody put that in the comments, and that's why I went looking.
Wow. That's a big trade, man.
Traded to the Bengals.
Damn, excuse my French, John Harbaugh trading Dexter Lawrence inside the Ravens division. John Harbaugh getting a little revenge on the Ravens there, huh?
Yep, Dexter Lawrence being traded. This is from Ian Rappaport to the Bengals in a pre-draft blockbuster that includes the number 10 pick heading to the Giants per him and Mike
Garafolo.
Him.
Yep. John Harbaugh. What are you doing, man?
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. Look at this. That's a great run up the middle and an even better collision.
Well, let me say this for John Harbaugh, and I know you're not going to cut this man any grace.
I can't stand John Harbaugh, but go ahead.
Trading a guy who you weren't winning with before, right? You weren't winning with having Dexter Lawrence, trading him and trying to get what you thought you could get the most out of.
Listen, John Harbaugh is a guy that comes from an organization that lives and breathes and dies by the draft. As a Ravens fan, I'm a Baltimore sports fan, so I know the Ravens inside and out. I covered the Ravens. You know this.
Yes.
So, yeah, I get it. Throws, and I'm not sure where he was throwing that when somebody ran the wrong route or threw the wrong ball there. But I'll say this. They get the number 10 pick, the Giants do, and so we'll see what they do with that. We'll see what that player becomes. And you get a pass rusher. That's what
yes.
You get a pass rusher like Dexter Lawrence. Because the Ravens took Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals.
Correct.
Okay? So now you get a guy, in my opinion, I like Trey Hendrickson, but I'd rather have Dexter.
Oh, 1,000%.
I really would wish the Ravens would have stuck with what's-his-name out of Las Vegas, Max Crosby. But
I would say, and at least with Dexter Lawrence, not only do you get a pass rusher, but someone who can stuff the run as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because Hendrickson can't stop the run, and right now neither can the Lions as the Sharks cut back. As that is the best offensive play of the night, and there's another flag that flies in. That'll be 15 added on. And so great run by East Coast there. This kid come on the field. The ball boy. Literal definition of the ball boy. Show him down there. See him? Look at him. He's like, yes, I got it.
I am doing my job, ref.
That's exactly right.
Coach is like, please get off the
Please
field.
don't get killed, young man. He's like, look what I got. I got the ball. And he just threw it.
And Coach is like, please, when these men are going to start continuing to push each other.
151. Apparently, we're playing with a running clock. 151.
Alex Porter's the one who let us know of the trade.
Thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Alex Porter. Appreciate you. That's going to be fun. We got some draft coverage coming up this week on BSN. Yes. I got my mock first round ready to go. I think, in fact, tonight I might put my mock first round up tonight. Put yours up in the comment section, man. Mine is just as good as yours. I don't know anything more than you guys know. I'd love to see what you guys think. We should run a contest where whoever has the most correct picks in the first round wins a prize. Submit your mock drafts in the comments. Who would play? Would any of you guys play watching? Give a little cash prize, $50. Knight throws wide open on the comeback. Stutter steps at the 15, cuts back, brought down at the 12. And the Sharks want to end this shutout. They do not want to be shut out.
No.
And the referee says wind the clock. And Knight's going to try to push them into the end zone here. And the Lions, they got to want to hang this goose egg. So this ought to be an interesting 125 to go.
Alex Porter says, that's the Giants. Now they have the 5th and the 10th pick.
I'll tell you what, 2 picks in the top 10. John Harbaugh ain't got no excuses.
Right.
He's got a good, decent team coming back. Good young quarterback. Yeah, I don't know if I would have ran the ball there. 57 seconds. That'd be a fun draft. I mean, I know a lot of people are saying it's not a deep draft, but the draft is the draft.
Yes.
It's the NFL.
Yes. I'm hoping my Bucks go all in on defense. We need to revive that front seven. We need
no Jamel Dean this year, right?
Yeah, no. We
He's in Pittsburgh. Throws and overthrows. And the clock is not, it is going to stop with 22.4 seconds left and 30. About 6 coming up. Yeah, I don't. We'll see.
I mean, that or, look, if they take some offensive line, I wouldn't be disappointed in that either.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins, listen, the Dolphins have enough, they can – Dolphins just need to – the Dolphins have a lot of needs.
Yes.
And they just need to fill, the best player at the positions that they have needs for. The cornerback position's got to,
Yep.
or their line, their offensive line, whatever the best player at that position in the draft is by the time when they pick. I think they have 2 picks in the first round. Throws, deflected, caught, touchdown.
Wow.
Grady Pizarro with a beautiful concentration catch. Did he catch that? No, he didn't.
No.
Oh, thought he had it. Well, I tried for you, Grady. I thought he had it.
Wait, hold up.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He now signals touchdown. So Pizarro ends the shutout with a beautiful catch. It was tipped, and he had to get both feet. Well, you have to get 1 foot in this league, but he got them both in, and Pizarro makes it 36-6 with 14.8 seconds to play.
Nelson compares, screaming, "Let's go, Grady!"
Yeah, there you go. Throws. Oh, my. And down goes with his second. That won't be an official interception, but it is the second time tonight Amari Golden has stepped in front of a pass. And with 14.8 seconds, it is 36-6. What are your final thoughts tonight?
Look, this was not the game you wanted if you're the Sharks.
Yeah, they got to put this one. They got to just forget this one.
Yep, this one you throw the tape in the can and say, hey, let's move on.
And it got away early.
Yes.
And I mean early. I mean, mistakes cost them right from the jump. The Lions are too good of a team. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I asked you your thoughts and cut you off.
And look, and the Lions, they showed they got speed, and they're a team not to be messed around with.
No, it's going to be a lot of fun coming up in the playoffs. I want to thank all of you out there. The final score, as the clock sounds, will be the South Florida Lions will pick up another win. They still just won on the year. It'll be the third loss of the season for the East Coast Sharks. They'll fall to 6-3. They got 1 game left. It'll be on the road next week, and South Florida will return home for 2. Stay tuned to Brevard Sports Network for upcoming playoff broadcast. Our players of the game tonight for both come from the South Florida Lions. Samil Burke was outstanding defensively for the Lions. And you can't – I mean, Michael Lyons, the receiver, just a terrific job tonight as well. And I mean, the tone was set early by Ralph Hughley. So those 3 guys played a heck of a game tonight. They all played a heck of a game tonight. And in the end, it is a 30-point, 36-6 win. For Caleb Brown, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski. We want to thank Eddie Dufresne and the East Coast